Hey guys, hope you're doing very well. It is me, your adorable business carrot. I thought I'd wear this top again because when I wore it in a video that I did recently, my tattoo etiquette video on Victoria Jane, you guys are just like, oh my god, this top is so cute. And I was compared to a carrot and a strawberry many times in that comment section. So I thought I'd bring it back and entertain you guys with this. Anyway, in today's video, I'm unfortunately going to be talking about tattoo copying again. I've definitely been bringing this old chestnut up on my channel a lot, and hopefully this will be like the last video that I do on this for a while at least. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing major pops up anywhere. But I thought I would literally compile everything when it comes to tattoo copying into one video, and then like if anyone has questions or anything, I'm just gonna direct them to this video because I'm gonna cover everything. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I'm gonna try and be a little bit brief, but I want to hit on a lot of points. If you've ever had a question when it comes to tattoo copying and what is okay to copy and what is not okay to copy and why is it such a bad idea, and you know, when people compare it to other things, like yeah, I'm gonna cover it all in this video. And I know for the most part, a lot of you guys that are watching this already know, and you know like what is good, what's not good, and why it's a bad idea. But hopefully this may help people that are still a bit like, oh well, you know what, like art is for everybody and you can just copy it and you can take it because like why not. This is for those. So I've got a lot of notes written down here on my phone, so if I keep looking down, that's why. Me talking about tattoo copying isn't a new thing. I have done plenty of videos. I think I first did one maybe a couple of weeks after Katrin released her first one. Katrin Byrne is someone that has done a few videos on tattoo copying, and I kind of just made a video to sort of like back up her claim and was like, you know what, I'm gonna add on to this also. And then I've done a few here and there as the years have gone by, so this isn't a new thing. But yeah, if you're quite a new subscriber and you haven't watched like my older videos or whatever, it may seem like all of a sudden this is all I'm talking about, but I have done videos like this before. But like I said, hopefully this is gonna be the last one for a long time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nobody gets a full fucking bodysuit from someone else, you know. So when you get a custom drawn tattoo, let me just clarify what a custom drawn tattoo is. A custom drawn tattoo is a tattoo that has never been done before. It's ideas from you, the client, and ideas from your tattoo artist, and the tattoo artist just makes up something that has never ever existed before. They may have taken like a few elements maybe from like a film or something, but for the most part it is custom drawn, never been done before. It's brand new, it's fresh, it's exciting, okay? If you hear me say custom drawn quite a bit in this video, that's what that means. So when you get a tattoo from a tattoo artist and you've requested something from them, whether it's your ideas or a mixture of your ideas and their ideas, and whether it's like a line work tattoo, something very very simple but has again not been done before. I think I'll use Johnny Gloom as an example in this just because I've recently used their work as an example, but they do, you know, quite simple line work, black work tattoos. So even if you request something like that that maybe wouldn't take that long to draw, or maybe it does, it depends, you know, sometimes artists will draw something and be like, absolutely not, this is just not working. They'll do it again and again and again. Or if you go to a tattoo artist that specialises in huge back pieces, like Julian, can't say his last name, Silbert, he does really humongous tattoos. He does smaller ones as well, but he's known for his chest pieces or his torso pieces and his back pieces. So if you go to him or someone like Johnny Gloom who does like a little line work tattoo, it don't matter. Either way, that tattoo artist has put in time and effort to draw something for you. If you've gone to these tattoo artists for a custom drawn tattoo, the price of your tattoo also includes that artwork. You're paying them for their design and their time and for them to tattoo you. That's what you're paying for. If another tattooer, I'm going to say tattooer and not tattoo artist. A tattoo artist in my mind is someone that creates tattoos and is artistic. A tattooer in my mind is someone that just copies and pastes. So if another tattooer takes that design that the tattoo artist has created, so we use Julian as a example here, if that tattooer takes that design and puts it on someone else, the original artist, Julian, has had nothing from it. He's had all of his hard work stolen from another tattooer just to slap it on someone else. The original tattooer is not getting any money or credit from this at all for his hard work. because of course the original client has already paid him, but then someone else has just come along and just be like, I'll take that, that's fine. So a good example to compare this to, so you might be like, well, whatever, the artist has already been paid, but no, it shouldn't work like that. So if I was to use a song from a very well-known artist, like who can I even think of right now? I can't even fucking think of anyone. Let's just say I took a song from Travis Scott. Okay, I love his music, and if I was to put that in a video, one, my video may get taken down, or if not, any bit of money that I make from that video will go to him, because that's his intellectual property, it's his music, right? And he will get credited also, because when your video on YouTube gets striked or whatever, you'll notice, like if you do the more info, there'll be a bit at the bottom there that says where the music is from, because, you know, whoever his record label is will put it down there. He gets credit and he gets money from me using his song in my video. So he's getting paid and whatever, but when it comes to tattoo artists with their designs and their hard work, they're not getting anything from it at all. Nothing, no recognition. They're getting nothing from this person taking their artwork and putting it on someone else. If you were to copy someone else's homework or copy a big chunk of text from a book in school or in college or whatever, like if you copied a lot and put it into your essay or your homework or your project or whatever, you can get done for plagiarism. That is plagiarism, when you take a big chunk of someone else's work and words and claim it as your own without crediting. That is plagiarism, when you take someone else's things, right? There's a lot of cases, especially in like colleges and universities, where people will just fucking take a whole bunch of stuff that isn't theirs, not credit anybody, and then they'll get kicked out of college or university, right? That is a big thing that happens. Not fair for you to get a good grade on someone else's work because you didn't write that, you just copied and pasted, right? It's not okay. So do we see what we're saying here? Like when you copy someone else's artwork or tattoo and put it on someone else, it's one, plagiarism, because you're taking someone's idea with no credit, you're not paying them or anything like that. You're taking someone else's hard work, you're basically just you're taking something that you do not own. That is the number one reason as to why tattoo copying is not a good idea. It's just, you shouldn't do it. You have no reason. I made a video recently where some of my subscribers recreated my pizza pinup tattoo. So they took like inspiration from my tattoo and then just created so many different versions. It's just not even identical to mine. You know, like, it's very, very easy to take ideas or inspiration from other people's stuff and create something completely unique. You have no excuse or reason to take someone else's artwork. You just don't. There's no excuse. A lot of people have said to me like, well, so what? You've copied someone else's hard work, or so what? Like, it's not a big deal. So many other people do it, right? Yeah, so many other people do it. Doesn't mean it's okay. Murder's not okay, but there's still people out here doing it and it's not okay. Right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just because people are doing it don't mean we all have to do it, you know? But yeah, there is no law at the moment or higher power, so to say that tattoo copying is wrong. It's not policed at all. The only sort of thing you'll see go down in court with stuff like this is when major brands like Forever 21 or Zara or Topshop or whoever take designs from independent artists on like Etsy or Instagram or Pinterest or DeviantArt, and then they put it on a t-shirt, a pair of socks or whatever. Like, it's a very common thing, and sometimes the original artist will make a fuss about it to say, hey, you're monetizing. That's the thing, you're monetizing my artwork, because every time they sell a t-shirt, Forever 21 or whoever gets money from this artist's design. And sometimes these small independent artists can afford to take it to court, and sometimes they can't, and they just get away with it. And yeah, it's very, very comparable to tattoos. And also with tattoos, that it's a lifetime thing. You know, this is an artwork piece that lasts someone's lifetime. It's not even comparable to fashion, because, you know, with fashion, you wear it for like a year or whatever, if it's like a t-shirt or a trendy t-shirt with a slogan on it or a piece of artwork. Like, those kind of things come in and out of fashion. Not saying that's any less, like, if that's happened to an independent artist. Obviously that is a horrible thing to go through, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing here policing tattoo copying when it's quite a big deal to the original artists that are getting nothing from their hard work. no monetization, no credit, nothing. So one argument that a lot of people like to bring up is traditional tattoos. You know, when you look at traditional tattoos, there's a lot of traditional tattoos that are the same thing. Let's use my rose as an example here. This is a traditional rose tattoo. Traditional rose tattoos have been around for years and years and years and years and years. Like, the name traditional explains everything within this style. It is traditional. I'm sure a few of you guys have traditions, maybe, you know, with like Thanksgiving, you'll go bowling the night before, or with Christmas, you'll go to church on Christmas Eve, or for your birthday, you go to the same restaurant, or, you know, like everyone has like little traditions here and there. That it's something that you do the same of every, you know, year, or maybe on Sundays, you have a movie night with your family. You know, it's a traditional thing. You keep doing it. It keeps repeating itself. That's what traditional is. Like, the key to the style is in the word there. So yes, you will see the same kind of thing: roses, anchors, swallows, tiger heads, pin-up tattoos. You will see the same kind of designs, and especially with stuff like, let me just get rid of that. Especially with Sailor Jerry tattoos. So Sailor Jerry style tattoos are still being done by traditional tattoo artists that want to keep that alive, which is, in my opinion, fine. That's just how it was back then. Like, when traditional tattoos become a thing, that's what it was. It was very copy and paste, and that is what the style is. But now if we get into this kind of day and age, there's a lot of tattoo artists that do traditional styles, and they will do those traditional tattoos like roses, anchors, tiger heads, all of that fun stuff, but they look so different to one another because they've all been done in a different style, and the composition of it is so different also. So yeah, you will see multiple rose tattoos, but if you really look at the rose tattoos, they will all look very different. One artist will do a tiger head, and then another one will do a tiger head, but you will see they're so different. Just because it's the same thing doesn't mean it's like a copy or anything like that. Like, it'll have different color palette, it'll have different line work. Like, just because it looks the same to you doesn't mean it's a copy. A copy is like identical copy and paste. Like, you can't really see much differences at all. Okay, right. The other reason as to why tattoo copying is just like not a good idea is you could be copying someone's very personal tattoo. So say me, for example. So say I get a memorial tattoo for my mum. I get like a heart, and inside of that heart is little things that remind me of her. So she loved Turkish Delight. She also liked Antiques Roadshow, and what else did she like? Gardening. So say if I had like those three elements in a heart, and I get that on me, and I don't know, for whatever reason someone sees it and think, oh, that's really cute. They don't know the reason behind it. They don't know the meaning. They don't know how personal it is to me. And then they go to another tattooer and say, hey, can I have this? And then they get that on them. Hello, that's my personal tattoo for my mum there. You know, like that, it's just like, you don't know what you're taking. You're taking something very personal and sentimental from someone, and you're just like, you've got no like respect for it or no regard for the fact that that could be a very personal thing. And again, it's my ideas and my tattoo artist's ideas and creativity all rolled into one, and it's just so personal. You just don't take something like that. It's like stealing someone's family photo album. Like, why would you even do that? Like, what are you gonna do with that? And yeah, I've had people message me saying, oh, I had a tattoo memorial for my granddad or my grandmother or my auntie, uncle, brother, whoever, and it was like a really nice custom drawn tattoo, and then it got copied by some unoriginal arsehole who has no respect. It happens, it's sad. It is pretty shitty. Okay, so another one that people love to drag up is the fact that I have a heart tattoo on my finger here. I don't know if you can see it, let's just zoom in on there. So yeah, as you can see here, I have just a very simple heart tattoo there. I also have like a bone tattoo on my finger and a bow here. No, wrong finger. It's just here. And I have this eyeball situation here also. This here, by the way, is henna. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but I've got some henna dots there. I just got a bit bored. People like to drag that up and say, you're a tattoo copier because you have a heart on your finger, and so is everybody else. Okay, anybody can tattoo a simple heart outline tattoo. It's not revolutionary, it's not creative, it's literally like, people have been drawing heart outlines since the fucking dawn of time, right? It's a heart outline. You can't change that in any way, shape or form to make it different. Yeah, I could have it coloured in or whatever, but so has everybody else had it coloured in. You know, something that is so simple like this, it's like, go at it. It's the same with stars, diamond shape things, triangles. It's not a custom drawn piece in any way, shape or form. Okay, I'm not making excuses, it's just the way this works. One sort of symbol that does get dragged up quite a bit, and it's a good example, a really good example, is the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows symbol. A lot of people have this tattooed on them, and rightfully so. You know, Harry Potter is a big part of a lot of people's lives. The Deathly Hallows symbol is what I'd like to call public figure. It's something for everybody to enjoy. And also with the Deathly Hallows symbol, if you were to change it in any way, it would not be the Deathly Hallows symbol anymore. You know, if you take out the middle bit, like, what is it? It's not it anymore. It's a triangle, do you know what I'm saying? So you can't change that. But here's the but. So if you were to just get the Deathly Hallows symbol on your wrist or whatever, cool, fine. Wouldn't class that as tattoo copying because, again, you can't change much of it. But if you was to get a custom drawn Deathly Hallows symbol tattoo, like this one, whichever side I'm flagging it up, I don't know. But as you can see with this one, the Deathly Hallows symbol is there, but also there is added elements around that tattoo to make it custom and unique to other Deathly Hallows symbol tattoos. So if you were to copy this tattoo, yeah, that's tattoo copying. It's a custom drawn tattoo. It's not really a part of the book or anything like that. You know, it's really different, not something you would see every day. But if you were to get a Deathly Hallows symbol tattoo, that's fine, whatever. Public figure, it's cool. It's the custom drawn stuff we're mad at. It's not the everyday thing that you see with the hearts and the triangles and the symbols from books and movies. No, it's a public thing. Another one people like to drag up is portraits. So say portraits of Lady Gaga. You can do a portrait tattoo, surprisingly, in so many different ways. Just unbelievable amounts of different ways. So there's artists that specialize in like traditional portraits or realism portraits or black work portraits or like trashy black work portraits. I don't know how to explain it, but it's quite abstract-y, but it's like realism at the same time. Holly Price Jones is a good example of that. Like, she does somewhat realism tattoos, but they're kind of like artsy as well. But yeah, you can do portrait tattoos in so many different ways that if you get one tattoo of a famous person and then compare it to another tattoo of that same famous person, they're so different. When it comes to tattoo copying, it's not about what the subject is, it's how it is done that is the problem. Another one that confuses quite a few people is lyrics and quotes. Again, if you have a lyric or quote on you, if you change the words in any way, it's not the original quote or lyric. You've changed it too much. You can't take out words, you can't take out punctuation or whatever, because then it's not the original quote or lyric. So if you were to just get text on you, say, oh, I don't know, a quote. I have one in my inner arm from Coco Chanel. It says, in order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. And it's just text, it's just words, there's like nothing to it. So the way you can actually change up lyric tattoos or quote tattoos is by the font to start off with. You can get so many different fonts nowadays, it's crazy. So that's one way of making it different. But the only issue when it comes to tattoo copying, again with quotes and lyrics, is if someone was to get the exact same, to say I got my in order to be irreplaceable tattoo in a heart and it had flowers all around it and maybe the Chanel logo for whatever reason, I don't know why, I would never do that. But yeah, say it was quite unique and custom like that and it has never been done before, and then you copy that, that is tattoo copying. But if you get the same quote as me, that ain't tattoo copying. It's a public quote. It's very well known for the most part. I'm sure most of you have maybe heard it, I don't know. But yeah, it's when you take someone's creativeness, the custom bit where an artist has actually taken your quote and then made it different, you know? That's the issue. So I hope that's cleared up for you. It's the same, I've made this example as well before, but like Statue of Liberty, there is so many tattoos of Statue of Liberty, but again, you can get them in so many different ways. So if you copy like a line work drawing of the Statue of Liberty, not okay. But if you make your own up, you go to an artist and say, hey, I want a Statue of Liberty tattoo, and they just design their own thing, it's all cool. You know, it's a public figure, it's there for everybody. Okay, this is one that enrages me the most. I don't know why, but this really does just make me a little bit cuckoo. One that people love, love to say, which is, if you don't want people copying your stuff, don't post it online. All right then, mate, yeah, okay, sure. So for example, my pizza pin-up tattoo that has been recently very almost copied, but there's a couple of changes, but it was way beyond inspiration. The picture that is on Pinterest where this girl got my photo from, I don't think she knew who I was or anything. So she got it from Pinterest. It is on Pinterest a few times from different accounts or whatever. But that photo is my artist's photo. He took that photo and he has way more followers than me. I did post that photo on my Instagram, but back when I got it, I think I had not even like 2,000 followers, maybe 3,000. I honestly don't remember. Yeah, when I got that, I wasn't like as I hate saying this, but as known as I am now. You know, back 2 years ago, I don't even remember how many subscribers I had, not as many as I do now, so I wasn't known. So nobody took it from my profile. I think they took it from his profile because he was way more known than me, and also there was a few tattoo reposting Instagram pages that reposted it, right? So I had literally no control over it. I didn't have a problem with him taking a photo of it. That's, you know, that's his job. Tattoo artists need to have a portfolio nowadays. It's so hard to find tattoo artists that don't have Instagram. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of tattoo artists, I don't know how many, like percentage wise, I want to say 90% maybe, that use Instagram as a tool of advertising and as their portfolio. Like, I have discovered so many tattoo artists on Instagram that I've been tattooed by. I would never have discovered them if it wasn't for Instagram. Do you know what I'm saying? So artists need to post their photos of their work on Instagram to advertise and get new clients and just be more known. So if artists were to not post their tattoos, then like how are they going to earn any money? How are they going to become known? I honestly have no idea how artists did it before the internet. I guess people just walked into any old studio that was close to them and got tattooed. I honestly don't know. I'm talking like the 70s here, like 80s or whatever, before, you know, Google or whatever. And then, okay, so you're probably like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Like, okay, cool, but why are you posting it? Why are you posting your tattoos if you don't want it to be copied? Okay, well, one, my job literally is to sit here and talk about tattoos and my experience. I need to share my tattoos to show you guys what I'm talking about. If I just sat here and just talked about the tattoo I got from Amsterdam recently, so I recently made a video about my tattoo that I got in Amsterdam. If I just sat here and talked to you guys about it but didn't show you the tattoo, how fucking boring. Like, how boring would it be for me to sit here and describe my tattoos to you? Because, you know, out of fear of someone copying it. Like, no, absolutely not. That's not cool. Like, we're not going there. You cannot point fingers at people for sharing something they're excited about or that they love, or they just want to share with people to say, hey, like, I saved up really hard to get this tattoo and I waited a really long time to get a tattoo by this tattoo artist. And it's kind of like a celebration post to say, hey, look at my new tattoo. It's so fun. I love it. I traveled really far to get tattooed by this artist. Like, there's so many reasons why people post their tattoos online. You can't just be like, it's your fault. So a way I like to explain this to people that just really aren't getting it. This is a really shitty example and this is not comparable at all, but it's the only thing that people care about a lot. So say you're at like a party, a house party or whatever. You put your phone down on like a kitchen counter, a table, whatever, and you kind of just like look away for a second, or you talk to someone, you know, you're at a house party, you think it's safe, and then all of a sudden you look back and your phone has gone. It's gone missing. Now imagine if I was having a conversation with you, your phone's gone missing, and I say to you, well, you shouldn't fucking put it down. Why would you put it down? It's your fault. Like, what were you expecting? I'm sorry, but that makes me a fucking dickhead, does it not? If I start blaming you for the fact someone stole your phone, right? You're doing the exact same thing to me and other people that put their tattoos online. Yes, I put it online, but doesn't mean you take it. You know, just because it's out in the open doesn't mean you can take it. There's cars parked out on the street. You know, if someone steals a car from the street, is it the person who parked it there's fault or the person who stole its fault? Do you see what I'm saying? When you go shopping into a mall or wherever, food shopping, and obviously nothing is locked down, there's just food or clothes everywhere, does that mean you can take it? Just because something's there doesn't mean you can take it. I don't understand why people say that when they're just like, well, you shouldn't post it online. It's just like, right, okay. Are you a thief? Do you go to Tesco's every day and just steal your stuff? Like, no, you pay for it. You're respectful. You're a behaving, law-abiding citizen in that situation. So why can you not respect art the same way you respect clothes and people's phones and cars and stuff like that. I don't understand. Like, I can't believe I'm having to use objects like this to explain it, but okay. Okay, here's another one that's quite fun, but not really. People like to say, well, you don't see me having an outrage or a bitch fit because you have the same hair colour as me, or you have the same top as me, or the same jacket as me. All that fun stuff. Okay, tattoos are not comparable to hair for a start. So for example, we both go to the same hair salon, right? We both get blue hair and the same cut. Now, for me, my hair fades hair colour extremely quickly. You've seen, I had teal hair, literally, what, a week ago, and now for whatever reason I've got green roots and blue hair. My hair changes itself. But yeah, we both get blue hair. So for example, my hair has now gone like this. I end up with green roots and blue hair. You may still end up with blue hair, okay? Like, hair colour cuts and all that fun stuff change all the time. Your hair grows, hair colour fades. Tattoos are permanent and they're artwork. Clothes are mass produced. They're for everybody, you know? There's plenty of them in so many different sizes. They are there to be worn, they are there to be bought, and they're there for everybody. It's not artwork. It's a not one of a kind piece, you know? It's like when Fashion Nova, this is such a bad comparison, but I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. But it's like when Fashion Nova fucking takes Kim Kardashian's one-of-a-kind outfits that has been custom made for her and then reproduces it, and it never looks the same. It's always tacky, really bad material. Do you know what I mean? It's just don't do it. I'm sure you know what I'm saying there. Another one people like to say is about artwork. So you guys can see I've got some picture frames here, and I have like artwork over here, I have artwork over there, and I have artwork over here. They're all done by, well, most of them are done by tattoo artists. And they have, what they've done is they've designed a print and then mass produced it to sell. They are very much aware that there's a lot of people that are going to have this. This is why they've made it. It's a way of monetizing their art so everybody can have it. It's the same if you go into like TK Maxx or, I don't know, wherever sells artwork, I don't know. But again, that artwork has been made and produced so the masses can have it. It's like an agreement thing, like an artist will design it and draw it and they're just like, okay, cool, a lot of people are going to have this, and then they get paid for that design, or they get paid per thing that is sold. Like TK Maxx will take a cut and then the artist will get a cut also. Like, the artists are getting paid for that artwork. When someone copies a tattoo, the original artist is not getting paid for it. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, this is another one that I get comments of somewhat now and then, and it's from people that are just feeling super, super guilty, and I just want to make you feel a little bit better if I can. So I get a few comments or messages now and then saying, I have a tattoo that I copied, I didn't know any better, the artist didn't correct me, and with tattoos, what's done is done. There's nothing you can really do about it. Because, you know, unfortunately tattoos, well, not unfortunately, but tattoos are permanent. If you want to change it up, you know, add a couple of elements to it, that's fine, but don't feel like you have to. It's your actions from here on out. So say today you're aware you have a tattoo that you've copied, or you've copied a couple of tattoos. It's your actions from this moment. So if you still continue to copy tattoos after this video or whatever, that is the issue there. As soon as you're aware and you keep going, you know, copying other people's artwork, that's the problem. But if you stop and you're just like, wow, okay, I've just realised it's such a bad idea, I'm not going to do that again, that's okay, you're a good person. Don't feel like you're a bad person or anything like that because you have done it, because yeah, not everyone is aware of why it's a bad idea. Not everyone watches YouTube. Not everyone has access to this kind of information. But don't feel bad if you have done it and you weren't aware or whatever. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is when people get a flash tattoo. So what a flash tattoo is where a tattoo artist will draw up quite a few items. They'll put it on their Instagram and they'll say something like, I want to do these, or I want to do this. This is up for grabs. It's a good way of drawing in people that aren't really... They know they want to be tattooed, or they know they want a new tattoo, but they just don't know what. So sometimes you'll see a design on an artist's profile and you're just like, holy shit, I really, really like that, and you'll get that. So unfortunately, sometimes there are some tattooers out there, that's the key word, again, tattooers, who will take other people's flash designs, they'll either repost it, like they won't even draw it up again, they will repost someone else's flash sheets on their Instagram and say, hey, I want to do this, or they'll just like trace it or just, you know, draw it themselves from what they've seen on Instagram. That unfortunately does happen, and in no way, shape or form are you to blame in that. You are so unaware, you had no idea. I don't really have any like tips or tricks to help you spot when that has happened. I honestly have no way around it. The only way, I honestly don't know how you can sort of figure out if it's like been taken or whatever. I'd say like look at what the artist normally does. So a good example for me to use right now from the top of my head is Keely Rutherford. She does a lot of kawaii Disney cute designs, and she posts a lot of flash on her Instagram stories. And I don't know if she does it, yeah, I think she does it now and then on her actual Instagram. But you can tell every single one of her flash designs is her idea and what she does, because that's in her style. And she does tattoos that she's known for doing, or no, she does flash that she is known for doing, if that makes any sense. Like, you can tell that's all come from her. But if you look through someone's Instagram page and you see a flash sheet and it doesn't really look like something they normally do, to me that is a red flag. Again, they might be branching out and doing something that they want to do, but if you get like sketchy vibes and you're just like not sure, a good way of figuring out if it's like a copy or whatever is maybe if you type into Instagram or Pinterest or Google or wherever the design that you've seen. So say you see, I don't know, a traditional BB-8 tattoo or flash. If you type that into Pinterest, like BB-8 traditional tattoo design, see if it's on there in any way, like see if there's anything very, very similar. And then obviously if you see something very similar, then you know that artist has kind of just taken that and just redrawn it or whatever. So that's a good way of double checking. But yeah, it does happen, unfortunately. And a couple of you guys have told me about it happening to you and you felt like really bad, but it really isn't. It's not your fault, you know, it really isn't. It's the tattooer's fault. Okay, the last point I want to cover, I hope I've covered everything. Honestly, I may have missed something out and I'll feel so bad if I have. But anyway, one thing people say to me is, I found this design or I found this tattoo on someone else and I really, really like it and I really don't want to change it, or I can't imagine having anything different. You know, you really, really love this piece and you're just like, oh, I really want it. But you know, like morally, tattoo copying just ain't a good idea. And you're worried that you can't find an artist, or the artist that you go to isn't going to do it justice. And I understand that. I can relate to that daily. I swear to you, I would never like deny or lie and say I don't see tattoos every day that I think, holy shit, I wish I had that. Every day I see a tattoo and I'm just like, oh man, I love that so much. Like, why isn't that on my body every day? I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that, but that's as far as it goes. You know, you can even use stuff as inspiration. You know, you can use these tattoos as inspiration, but you just can't paste it onto your body. But yeah, I can relate to the whole thing of seeing a tattoo and wanting that exact same thing, and you know any changes made to it probably won't do it justice. But this is what a tattoo artist does. They take your ideas or your inspiration and they make it 10 times better, 20 times better, because they'll ask you questions. They'll be like, okay, so what do you like from this tattoo? So let's use my pizza pin-up tattoo as an example. Let's say you like the fact that my tattoo has tattoos. So you'll say that to a tattoo artist. You're like, oh, well, I like the fact that this pin-up has tattoos. Cool. The artist will write that down. He'll make sure that's very prevalent in your, you know, new custom design tattoo. And you can say, well, I also like that it's kind of like 1950s vibes. And he'll be like, right, cool, awesome. He'll write that down. Or she, sorry, I shouldn't just be like, you know, the only artists around here are he's. There is she's and non-binaries also. And then you can also say, oh, you know what? I like how the pizza is quite a big slice. And then he will be like, cool, write that down. And then he will take all of those elements that you really like from my tattoo and he will create the most amazing thing ever. And if there's something about it you don't like or is a little bit off to you and you're not like 110% keen on, all you got to do is say, hey, I don't like this element, is there any way we can take it out or change it? Tattoo artists are very, very used to these kind of things. It's not a big deal, it's not an issue. I know you can feel kind of bad by saying I don't like what you've done here. I get that. You feel guilty and you feel like you're not appreciating their hard work or whatever it is you're feeling inside, but that's their job. It's their job to create the most amazing piece of artwork you have ever had, you know? They love what they do. If they didn't, they wouldn't be doing it, because being a tattoo artist is hard work. It may not seem like it, but it's, you know, long hours, and it's a creative job also. You get, you know, creative block or artistic block or whatever. Like, there's a lot of downsides to being a tattoo artist, but creating something that their client loves, it outweighs it all, and that's why they do it. So if there is elements you don't like, you can tell them, or you can say, hey, can we actually exaggerate this element? So say there's something on this design that you really love and you're like, actually I would love more of that, or you want it to be bigger, or, you know, for it to be the key focus, you can mention that. Like, communication with tattoo artists is 110% key in this. So I get why people are worried about, you know, not getting what they want because they've seen the most perfectest design or tattoo ever, but I promise you, like, money back guarantee, if you find a good artist that is so passionate about what they do, you will get something beyond amazing, you know? Yeah, tattoo copying doesn't have to be a thing. It really doesn't. And I highly encourage you, if you haven't, to watch a video I've done recently where my subscribers took inspiration from my pizza pin-up tattoo and created a whole different piece of artwork. Like, it's so possible and it's so doable and it's inspiring. And so I think I've covered everything. I'm sorry that this video is so long, and I'm sorry that I'm talking about this again, but I really did just want to, you know, do an FAQ on tattoo copying and address everything. Oh my god. Okay, hi, this is me from the future, kind of, sort of. I literally just finished filming and I was just reading through my comments on YouTube to do with a tattoo etiquette video that I'd done recently, and someone asked how do I feel about flash day tattoos. So if you don't know what a flash day tattoo thing is, basically it depends per studio. So I've been to a flash day once, I think. So what a flash day tattoo is where a tattoo studio holds an event. All the tattoo artists will design either, you know, 5 tattoos, 10 tattoos, or whatever. Sometimes it will be very basic, or sometimes it will be quite an elaborate thing. The one that I got at a tattoo flash event, I'll probably won't be able to show you without exposing myself too much. I've got this like cat lady face. I don't know if you can see it, my legs are hairy, I'm sorry. But I got like this thing here, and the artist that did this had a flash sheet, and what the situation was for this flash day that I went to is it was like first come first serve purpose. Whoever was there first claimed their tattoo designs first, and then that tattoo was not done again. It was, you know, a one-off situation. So you can get flash days like that, which is fine. Nobody's copying nobody here because only one person is getting it. But there is sometimes flash days in tattoo studios where there'll be just one tattoo sheet, and then all the artists in that studio is working from that sheet, and multiple people will have the same design. Now, in my opinion, that is okay because everyone is there in agreement. Everyone is agreeing to have the same tattoos as everybody else. You know, it's a mutual agreement. Or it could be a case where each tattoo artist has their own sheet, but there's only a couple of designs there, and everyone is kind of where, you know, there's 3 designs on this sheet and there's like 100 people here. Obviously there's going to be replicas or whatever. Everyone's just like in agreement. So I haven't been to one of those where there's like one sheet or there's like not many designs to work from. Will I do it? Absolutely, because again, I'm in agreement that there is going to be other people out there with the same tattoo as me. Also, another one from future me is another comment that I've been seeing quite a bit, or questions that I've had quite a bit, and that is from people that say, I'm from, I don't know, example, America, but I really love this tattoo artist in England. I can't travel to England to get this work from this tattoo artist. Can I commission something from them? Or can I commission something from an artist for whatever reason? And if you have permission from the original artist, or you get artwork from the original artist, and you have in writing that you can have this as a tattoo, and another tattoo artist is willing and okay to do it, then that's fine. As long as you got permission from the original artist, it's okay. The only thing is, there is a lot of tattoo artists out there that won't do commissions. They won't draw you up a design and get it done by another tattoo artist, because they're like, if you really want my artwork, you will travel for it, you know. And this is coming from someone that would very much travel across the world to get tattooed by a tattoo artist. I can understand, you know. Obviously it's expensive and obviously not everyone can have the luxury for that, but it's just how it is. So some are okay with it and they will take time out of their day to draw you up something for another artist to do, but for the most part, they won't. And it's just how it is. It really is just how it is, because when you commission artwork, it's not the same amount as an actual tattoo, if that makes any sense. So I mean, artists could charge you that much, but the likelihood of you going through with it and giving them like £500, £1,000 for this custom drawn design is very unlikely, because you're still going to have to pay another tattoo artist to do it. So it's going to get more expensive, and by the end of that, you may as well have travelled, honestly. So yeah, designing another tattoo for someone, the artist really isn't getting all the money they could, so that's why they don't do it. So but yeah, if you have permission from original artists and you want to get a tattoo of someone else's design or artwork, then yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that, because you have permission. If you have permission, go at it, do what you like. But if you don't have permission, nah man, it's not yours. You don't have the right. Hey, so it is future me again. I've been editing and I've noticed I've missed out a couple of points that I should have maybe hit on. I know this video is already very long, but I'm just gonna add on to it anyway. Why not, while we're here? Because this is definitely the last time I want to be talking about this. I'm sick and tired of talking about tattoo copying. Just for the most part, it's definitely something I'm passionate about, and it's definitely something I want, you know, my platform to be a voice of, if that makes any sense. You know, some people are like, oh god, just get a life, there's more to the world than this, and I'm not fucking stupid. I know there's a lot of terrible things going on in the world, but this is my content. If you want hard-hitting news, go to Philip DeFranco, okay? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, one point that is something that makes people confused, and that is, well, if tattoo copying is so bad, why are artists doing it? Why is the tattoo artists or tattooers out there doing it? And for the most part, it's just that they want your money. They don't care about you. This is one thing that I want to stress to you so much. Any decent tattoo artist will never ever copy someone else's work. Never. They're like super in love with what they do, they wouldn't even dare. It's like throwing your friend under the bus. Do you know what I'm saying? If you were to copy someone else's work, it's like throwing your friend under the bus, because it means they have like no respect for them or their trade or anything like that. I don't want to sound like super like big-headed and I know it all and blah blah blah, because people seem to have that opinion about me, and whatever, that's fine. I've been tattooed by tattoo artists that love, and I mean love, their job so much, and you can tell because they're so excited. They'll email you back and they're like, oh my god, yes, I'm so pumped to do this. And you know, like, going to a tattoo artist that is passionate about their job is, I can't even explain it to you. It's so, it just makes the experience 10 times more better. And you look at that tattoo and you can, you know, remember the day you got it and how excited the tattoo artist was. And like, going to any old person that will copy a tattoo, they don't love what they do, they just love the money. It's as simple as that. And you deserve so much better than that, I promise you. Like, just give creative tattoo artists a chance and get a tattoo artist that will do something for you that's unique, and I promise you it'll be the best experience. Like, yeah. So anyway, long story short, they just want your money. They don't care about you. They'll tattoo anything and anyone, and you know, like, if they don't care about what they're putting on your body, what else do they not care about? Do you know what I'm saying? Another thing I want to take mention to quickly, which is something that gets brought up, and I was kind of hoping that people would just assume it with what I've said about the Harry Potter symbol, the Deathly Hallows symbol, but I'm gonna mention Disney just in case people are like, I still don't get it. With Disney, it's the same thing. You know, it's a public figure, it's there for everybody to enjoy. And the thing is, with Disney tattoos, you can do them in so many different ways. Like, not all Disney tattoos are the same. It's as simple as that. I'm gonna stress it again just in case, the only thing that is the issue with tattoo copying is when you copy another tattoo line for line, everything is pretty much similar. I'm going to say 80% or more similar is tattoo copying. Anything underneath that is kind of like whatever, you know. That is what tattoo copying is. It's not when, you know, I have a tiger tattoo and you have a tiger tattoo. That's not copying. You know, it's only when you take one tattoo and copy it. It's not the object. I'll stress this again. It's not the object, it's how it's done. Okay, hi, it's me again, editing Lauren. Some time has passed. I've obviously taken off my makeup, but someone else has commented something that was quite a good point, and I don't think I've touched upon it, so here I am. I honestly just want to cover all bases. Flash sheets, I think I've mentioned about flash in this video, but there's like flash books, flash sheets, and sometimes when you go into a studio, I haven't seen many studios that do this anymore, to be honest with you. It's more of the old school studios that have flash sheets sheets all over like the walls and stuff. But people have had questions about, you know, flash sheets and stuff like that when it's all over the wall. When it comes to flash sheets and stuff like that you see all over walls and stuff, they have been made specifically for mass production, if that makes any sense. So if you go into a studio and you pick something off a wall, that's there for a reason. It's there to be mass produced. Yes, you will see other people with tattoos the exact same. When it comes to tattoo artists that make their own flash, normally like 9 times out of 10 they will do that tattoo once and then they will cross it out, and then that's it. They will never do that tattoo again. So normally in that sense of terms, that is like a custom flash piece. So that applies to tattoo copying. So if you copy someone's custom flash piece, so for example, hang on, let me show you one that I got recently. So this was a flash piece right here. I saw it on the artist's Instagram. She's done it once, she won't do it again type thing. That is a custom flash piece. But if I was to pick something off a wall in a studio, chances are lots of people have done that, because those mass-produced flash sheets that you see in old school tattoo studios, that's what they're there for. But yeah, if you were to copy that bit that I just showed you, that's part of tattoo copying. If I was to get something off a wall and then someone else gets that, not tattoo copying, because that design has been mass-produced for lots of people to use. So basically, like I've said in this video, the only time people get mad at tattoo copying is when it's custom drawn, never been done before, or it's a custom drawn flash piece like I've just shown you. And yeah, that's it. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing very, very well, and until my next video, bye.